When you find out that Masahiro Tanaka is hurt, what's your initial reaction?
Well, it's the last thing you want to hear. I mean, you know, whenever someone has an MRI on his elbow, there's a lot of concern, and you know, obviously we're going to try the conservative approach first. We're hoping that, you know, after a PRP injection and 3 weeks off, that maybe he can start picking up a baseball and start throwing, and we'll see what happens.
You know, I was talking with David Cohen a lot about that, and it does seem like there's been some momentum towards that treatment compared to just go and get Tommy John right away. Is that the case?
Well, no, I think so, because there's people that have had small tears that have responded to it and come back and pitch later on in the year. And you know, if you remember, Chris Sale went down.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not exactly sure what he had, but we happened to see his first start back, and he pitched pretty well, and that's what we're hoping happens with Tanaka.
You know, when it comes to Tanaka, so much was made about the difference between pitching here and the schedule here and then in Japan. I know a lot of times during the year you were asked, well, how come you don't skip this starter and give him another start? I mean, this is kind of why, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because it's a different routine,
yeah,
right?
and that's why we never moved him up. I mean, because it is a different routine, and we knew we had to watch him, and we kept his pitch counts down. And, you know, over in Japan, he would throw every 7 days, and they would allow his pitch count to go up. But we tried to keep it down and knew that, you know, this was an adjustment for him, and we had to get him through this year, and right now he's down.
Obviously, this has been a huge thing in baseball this year. It feels like more than ever when it comes to these elbow injuries. It also kind of sucks the life out of some of the budding stars. We've seen it with Strasburg a couple years ago, Matt Harvey, Tanaka. Is there something that has to happen, Joe, where you guys all get together and come up with some way to prevent this for pitchers?
Well, there's a lot of talk what the reasons possibly are. I mean, the doctors had a roundtable discussion, and they talk about a lot of it is, you know, they believe it happens early in their life. The kids are never putting a baseball down. They're playing year round. They continue to throw and throw and throw. And, you know, maybe this will give some momentum to, you know, kids, don't play one sport all the time. You know, go play another sport, and I hope it happens.
You know, when it comes to your rotation, it's not just Masahiro Tanaka, it's CC, and it's Pineda, and it's obviously also Ivan Nova. I know that in this world that you guys work in, you're just expected to turn the page and move on. But, I mean, is there any point where you just say, I mean, this is getting a little out of hand here?
No, I mean, you have to turn the page. This is a game, and you have to find a way to overcome things. And if you want to play in October, you got to overcome things. And you know, we did get some good news on Friday. Pineda threw a bullpen. I mean, that's a start.
Good. All right, and he came through that okay?
Yeah, he threw 25 pitches and then threw a little bit of flat ground and spun a few breaking balls. So we'll continue to progress with him, and hopefully we get him back.